Check, check. And we back. We back in the building. Sixth Element. Hip hop is comics. You already know. Fullblast Radio. We in the building. Reno, Two Dog. Back on another Monday. Another edition. Hip hop and comics. Shout out to the tribe. Out to everyone in the building. I see they here early. Almega, Mario, Slick Nick.
Almega. What's up?
Salute.
Yo, what's good? Almega, what's good, man?
What's good, fellas?
Oh man, nothing much, man. We, if you didn't get snowed on, you doing really good,
bro. I saw a picture.
Not a drop.
Huh?
My wife's brother in New York.
Yeah, they got dumped on.
Nothing but white. I don't miss none of that.
Yeah, New York got dumped on, man.
Wow.
We ain't got a lick of snow, man. We got a couple of little rain showers down here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, even when it rained here, it wasn't even that bad. It was just like a regular rain.
But like in Richmond, like a little bit, couple of, like an hour north of me, an hour or two north of me, they're getting snow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you're closer. Yeah.
I'm down by North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right, towards the beach. Yeah. So, yeah, but...
Yeah. Shout out to my cousin. He in the building. My cousin Darius. Salute.
Salute, Darius. What's good, bro?
Salute, Darius. Salute.
Syracuse got 12 inches one night.
Crazy.
Wow.
Dang. That's a foot, ain't it? That's a whole foot, right? Jesus, man.
That's nuts. Feel bad, man. Feel fun.
Fellas, where y'all want to start?
So, well, look, we had a amazing episode of Wandavision.
Whew.
I mean, it was on par with. So for me, and a lot of people didn't get this reaction, but for me, that joint was on par with Luke coming in The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Yeah. I had to agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like when I seen Quicksilver turn around. And it wasn't the actor from Ultron, Age of Ultron. It was the actor from X-Men.
Yeah.
Got mutants in the MCU, y'all.
That did it. Yo, real quick, we got a special guest. Vigilante Williamson is in the building. Salute, brother.
Hey, Vigilante Williamson on the first episode of Fullblast Radio or anything I've been on. I appreciate being here, brothers.
No doubt.
Man, that's right.
Yeah, we appreciate having you.
Yeah. I just saw y'all. I had trouble getting into the Zoom, but y'all was talking about the Wandavision reveal. That was
yes.
That was dope. That was real dope.
It was.
Epic moment.
Man. Yeah, I was watching it like 2 a.m. after the Friday show, and man, I couldn't go to sleep after that. I was up like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had my wife. I was like, yo, look what they did. Like just going crazy. Like I was 10 years old, man.
Yeah, like they answered mad questions, bro, but we got mad questions too.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah.
So do y'all
we know that a lot of things we're starting to see now that there are things Wanda controls the whole West Coast. We know that. Like she controls everything that goes on. But then we start seeing things that she can't control or that she doesn't have any control over. You know what I mean? And that she has a slight like 50-50 control over Agatha. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's not always because Agatha can always. You ever notice she'll come in and chime in and say something that's not quote unquote scripted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And all right, that'll.
And she's not acting shocked about like what's going on when the kids grew to 10 years old in one day. Like she was like, "Oh, just kids will be kids." Like
I got
supposed to be shocked.
Yeah, I got a theory about that. Kids with Agatha, like. She's not only not shocked, but I think that she's the one that's aging. Because Wanda seemed real surprised that they grew up. But right after Agatha came in and sprayed them with lavender, remember that? She was trying to get the baby. She sprayed them with the lavender.
Yeah.
Dipped. Boom, they grew up. And remember she was over in the cut looking through cabinets?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm looking for your dark liquor. But she's a dark magician.
Right, well, we know she's a witch. Yeah, we know she's a witch.
And then she said the liquor ain't for me, it's for the kids.
Yeah, like why you giving kids liquor? What's going on?
Nah, ain't no baby cups. No baby cups.
Wow, yo,
yeah.
you just dropped
Plus
some,
the kids. Plus, Vision. It could be too, a hint at the kids. Like we said with the introduction of mutants. And look how fast the kids grew. And we got the Quicksilver. And then Vision talks about what was that book by Darwin? It's on the tip of my tongue.
No, it's about
There's something of man. There's something of man. Because I like the book, The Evolution of Man. The Evolution of Man directly points at mutants, and what do mutants always talk about? Evolution.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I seen that, I was like, oh, okay. And then next thing you know, Quicksilver pops up, the kids pop up. They're like 10. They go from like 2 to 10 in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
So for me, I look at it like that.
Yeah. Anything's possible. But they try to tell us that mutants don't get their powers until puberty.
Right.
But we've definitely seen it. We've seen infants have it, so it have their powers. So they kind of play that fast and loose. But you're right. I mean, it could be that. But Agatha, she's definitely not under Wanda's spell like everyone else is. Like she definitely has her own control of herself and whatnot. And she hints at having what she says. She I got some tricks up my sleeve.
Yes, she said all the time. Yeah,
up their sleeve, magicians, right? So it's like little hints. They're letting you know that she's a magic.
Marvel eggs.
We know that's Agatha Harkness. You know it is like Agnes. Agatha Harkness. Yeah. Agnes.
I was wondering y'all already got on that, and y'all know who Ralph is too, right?
That's what I was going to ask if anyone knew.
Oh, Ralph is Mephisto.
Really?
Right. I said it a few weeks ago. Remember I was talking about that? I said he might be Mephisto.
I thought Mephisto was your boy, the director Greenwood or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I heard something like that today, but then kind of like brushed away.
Yeah, because it's a theory that a lot of people think, but it is just a loose theory. But yeah, bro, Ralph, huh?
Yeah, I think that's
where did that come from?
Yeah, the fact that Mephisto always controls things from. Mephisto's the type that he's like an onlooker, like he's a manipulator of things, but from a distance, and brings it his way, so that it benefits him in the long run. So like they saying that he has some type of influence over them. They really we're all trying to figure out who's influencing all this.
Yeah,
like the whole scenario, we don't know.
Yeah.
So Mephisto was one person. Remember I brought up the Mephisto and I bought the comics. We had the Cook's Picks of the Week for the comics of the first appearance of Mephisto and things of that nature. But we just want to know who's manipulating the whole thing.
Yeah,
could be Mr. Sinister. We don't know.
Could be. I didn't think about that.
Could be Mephisto. It's got to be one of the, and those are two like the biggest players that would stand. You know what I mean? A chance, or it could be Kang because they're about to introduce Kang into the Marvel MCU.
That's true. Yeah, Kang is the new Thanos. For anybody that don't know that, yeah, the next the big Thanos is gonna be Kang. So if you guys don't know about Kang,
I would definitely go with the Mephisto theory though. I think
what?
I think it's going with that though. I think it's more in tune with the comic story with excuse me, with Mephisto.
Mephisto, right.
Mephisto.
Yeah, I think it's because like you said, she's like has not control over certain things. She's controlling other things, but other things not controlling. And I think he's definitely playing a part of it.
Yeah,
so just to see how it's going to unfold. There was a theory saying that even the Quicksilver, because she was shot, she didn't bring him back to life. Maybe that's him playing games with her head too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got to remember, there's the part where Vision takes my man Mind and he gets him right. Like Wanda didn't know that happened at all. She had no awareness that somebody lost her control for a second. And then cause I do different streams with different people. My man said his name Justin Other Retro. He said the dude Norm, who when his mind was unlocked or whatever, he said he wasn't specific to Wanda, so it could have been Agatha Harkness, who's the one who's controlling people as well. Yeah. He just said she, so that was theory that tossed out there, and I want to toss that out to y'all. Like, okay, I can see that too.
I'll make wants to know what you smoking on. We know what he's smoking on. Come on.
No, actually, this right here is CBD from a company called American White Label.
Yeah.
They have
sponsor
the most premium CBD bud flower that you're gonna find for the best price. Like if anybody's interested, like I smoke it just because, like if I'm doing a live or something like that, I just want to smoke, but I don't want to be stoned. You know what I mean? I want to be high. Like
really no THC in it.
It's low, very low THC, like 0.03 or whatever. You know what I mean? But high level of CBD, so you get the same calming effects that you would get, but you don't get that real sort of, I don't want to say hallucinogenic, but that that aspect of it that THC gives you. But yeah, man, anybody that's interested, go to American White Label CBD.com. And if you order anything, let them know Reno, Sixth Element of Hip Hop, Full Blast sent you, and they will hook you up with a discount and all of that.
So
you won't take a spirit walk. You won't take a spirit walk when you smoke it. It just heals your ailments.
Follow you out and take away your anxiety, whatever you got issues with.
So what do you think the theory about Hydra might be one that's full of all of this? I know some people in the chat room saying that because of the commercials, some of the commercials were saying that little Easter eggs. What do you think about that?
I think it's possible because they officially introduced Sword in this last episode.
Yeah.
So we officially got Sword, and we know Sword's been around for a long time. At least since Spider-Man Far From Home, we know they've been around at least that long.
From that, the post-credit,
Yeah.
Right.
So,
what was that you were saying about that post-credit? Far From Home.
You thought it was Samuel Jackson, but it was the Skrulls, and he was on the ship. He was on the Sword ship in space.
About them saying something about Westview.
Right. He knew about Westview. Nick Fury knew about Westview since, and he mentioned it in Spider-Man Far From Home in the post-credits. Like he knew, he was like, look, the things that's going on in Westview. He named a few things, and then now we got WandaVision. So
he said that in that post-credit scene.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it.
Oh,
go back and check it out.
Go back and check it out. We never knew nothing about Westview, so we probably went in there and went out the other. So
exactly.
Well, when you think about it, when they did that, that also introduced us to Sword, because that's what he's doing in space.
Yeah.
So we knew about Sword before then, but we just didn't know.
That's what's dope, man. But they laid stuff down for years to come. You don't realize until it happens. Then like what we're doing right now, going back, like they laid this down.
Like when like in not to cut you off, like in the Hulk movie. When was it Iron Man?
Team together.
Iron Man, like when Iron Man, when General Ross came in there, and he was he was talking to Tony Stark. I was like, yo,
that was one of the moments, bro.
Yeah,
that was it. He was like, yo,
they're going somewhere else with this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you also notice in the Spider-Man Far From Home, not to get off track from Wandavision, but they had that scene where remember he was swinging with Mary Jane, and they showed the 1, 2, 3, 4. Look what's coming next. And each color represented the Fantastic Four's powers.
Oh, yeah.
In there too. So, and he said supposedly that street corner, if you I guess you look that way, that's the same address where the Baxter building. Like I wouldn't know that until someone said it. But I saw the 1, 2, 3, 4. Red, blue, then the 4 was clear and had a question mark. Oh, that must be Invisible Woman. I was like, that was a blatant, obvious, not obvious, but a blatant, that Fantastic Four was coming. That was pretty dope.
Because remember in the last episode when the dude was walking Monica Rambeau through that hangar, he was talking about the Fantastic Four. Remember he said we did some pilots. We had some pilots go out in space. We did some space pilot programs.
Yeah. I know I missed that, and I read it afterwards. I was like, I got to go back. Hear that part.
Yeah. So they keep hitting at the Fantastic Four real heavy. And this, so, and then we also know Nova's going to be in the MCU, and Storm. So we also know they coming. So that would be the confirmation of the mutants that we saw last week.
Right.
You guys think we're gonna get more X-Men on WandaVision as it goes along? Well, more mutants.
I don't know.
Well, I was hoping that Magneto.
I don't know. That's a good question.
We got Quicksilver. I was hoping it was going to be Magneto.
Yeah, I thought it was. I saw the gray hair. But
yeah. I almost feel like they did that on purpose to kind of tease Magneto. Like, oh, you think it is, but actually it's Quicksilver. But it still could be next time.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it would be far-fetched, but I could see them maybe Magneto. What do you think, Stu?
Yeah, I think it's coming. The real question I want to ask is, do you think we're gonna get a decent X-Men movie out of it? Out of everything, once it all boils down,
they do will be better than what Fox did to it. So. I got faith.
Anything?
Yeah, I got faith. I can't even go back and watch those movies, bro. That's how bad.
It's hard watch.
No, but the throwback ones where the X-Men are young, or like
those,
70s,
I'm talking about those. I'm talking about the first three X-Men.
Because I really think that they're setting it up to put mutants in other movies, and then we'll get X-Men. Because we already know. Because we know Storm's going to be in Love and Thunder. We already know Beta Ray Bill's in Love and Thunder. Mm-hmm. We already know he's in the MCU. Period. We know that. Yeah. And we know that Nova's going to be in there because of the Nova Corps. So we already know Nova's going to be in it. So it's a few mutants that are going to be in it. It just makes sense the way they're setting it up.
Yeah.
And
why do we think Storm's going to be in there?
Yeah, I haven't heard it.
Because of the Thor Corps. She's one of the Thor Corps. Remember, she had a hammer. Remember Loki gave her a hammer. Storm had a hammer like Thor.
I didn't read. I didn't know that story.
That's true. I mean, that's okay. I see what you're saying. It's a possibility. That's an avenue they could use to bring them in.
Thor Corps was Avengers Secret Wars Battle World. That's the storyline.
Right.
Oh,
in the MCU.
Oh, the Battle World. Yeah, I got the heart.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
about. But
I did say though, I did think they were gonna it makes sense to just how they did with Avengers, have them come one on one because you get to build with the characters and then all come together. It's like, wow, big mega movie.
Yeah, because remember the Cook's pick of the week was Uncanny X-Men Annual 1985 and X-Men Gold Volume 2 number 35. Cook's picks of the week. That's where Storm got the hammer from Loki. Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's hard it's kind of hard to be real excited about an X-Men movie for some people because they've seen the X-Men movies and they were kind of like, eh. But if you imagine X-Men characters and an X-Men storyline with Avengers type budget and directing and producing, man, to me it's gonna be my favorite shit.
There's someone in the chat that their screen name is Head of Marvel Studios. I don't know if it's the right one. He's asking how's the game? Is he talking about the Avengers game?
Oh, he might be talking about Endgame. Because they just said that Falcon and Winter Soldier, that new trailer, just changed a couple things in Endgame. Just watching that trailer.
No, he's asking how's everyone liking the game. He's saying
how's everyone liking the game so far?
Like the game, talking about the Avengers game. He's talking about the
Avengers game? Oh, I love it. We need more content, but I love it. You want to talk about the game? Let's get it. It needs more content. Marvel Studios. I mean, if you got a P5 like me, the graphics are dope. I mean, it definitely takes advantage of next gen hardware, but at the same time,
I'm playing it on PC.
You need the content. You need the content.
Graphics card, it looks just as good as the PS5.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, and it loads really fast. Yeah, it plays real well. Yeah, but the content just isn't there. I mean, they promised us good content and they promised us new missions and expanding on it, but I got 3 characters maxed out. I got Thor, Hulk, and Iron Man maxed out. I can't do anything else with them until they give me something else to do.
Oh, okay.
Right.
With Thor, I can take Thor's hammer. Now you knock the guys down, I can take the hammer, you place the hammer on them, they can't get up. You see them sitting there squirming? Mm-hmm. They sitting there squirming, they can't move, then you pick the hammer up. things like that. So
I haven't got to play it that much, but yeah, it's dope. Like it's dope.
So Vigilante, tell us about your your show. You have a show on YouTube, and
Yeah, I wanted to see how you started your YouTube channel.
Man, I just started my YouTube channel, ironically, the same week as Brie Larson. I just started a channel. I don't know if you guys know who like Nerdrotic is. But so like he would constantly say, "Oh, I just want we need more YouTubers. We need more YouTubers." And I had already started this whole thing of like Vigilante Williams. I used to do music like years and years ago, and I wanted to come back and do music and be anonymous with it. So I'm like, man, I should just combine the two and just do both. And so I started my channel. I just talk about a lot of stuff we talk about as far as like comic books. I did a review on Wandavision and do reviews on I did reviews on Mandalorian each week. But then I also talk about like politics and news and some of the crazy stuff going on with that. And then do music. So that's just what I've been doing for the past 6 or 7 months. And it's been a lot of fun. It's been a ton of fun. So, I'm honored to be here. I appreciate it. I check out y'all stuff and y'all streams. It sucks. I don't know. Did they take y'all down from YouTube or something like that?
Yeah. They Apple got on some bull-ish. Gave me a strike. You know how the corporate companies do. It's gonna be uploading to YouTube. Be live on here exclusively on Twitch, and we'll upload the show and
I'll start streaming it live also on the Sixth Element of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So going live.
That is going to be on YouTube streaming live and Fullblast.
Y'all's playing the dopest music. I'm like, oh man.
And that's what. And Vigilante, that's what it is. Vigilante Tiger cut so hard.
Yeah.
He just he he wielding the Infinity gun. They trying to stop.
That's what it looks
stop
like,
him from getting all the gemstones. Yeah. And but Tiger, bring it, man. Listen, out of all the VJs, I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm not being disrespectful. I've seen Jazzy Jeff on here on YouTube. I've seen I seen a chick, what's her name? Lady Sweet Tea or Lady something Tea. She's on there, she does but as far as VJs is concerned, like Tiger, you the cutting edge right now. On YouTube. Period point. I don't care what nobody said. If they don't want to admit it, they lying. You know what I mean? But right now you the cutting edge on YouTube. Because nobody is more consistent than you on YouTube. And nobody brings it like you do on YouTube. Like you bring hip hop, we want to hear. How many people our age or a little older or a little younger be like, yo, I just want to hear some good hip hop. Yeah. I don't care what they call. I don't care what they white, black, Puerto Rican, Indonesian, whatever. But they like they be like, look, I just want to hear some good hip hop. Tired of all this trap music. I just want to hear some good stuff. I mean, Tiger, you the forefront right now, and because you are, you're going to be under the giant microscope of YouTube, and all the, like you said, the bullish that come with them. And it's sad that it's like that, but the movement you started, man, it's strong and it shows. You know what I mean? And we all appreciate you for it, man. And we just keep doing your thing, bro. It's always darkest, before the storm. But once you come out of the storm, man, and you get into the clan, then you're gonna say, all right, I went through that, but
you know what it did? It made me be like, I should have came on Twitch sooner. Kept talking about it, but we were just used to doing YouTube. Boom, people get notifications. Time when something happened, door open, closed. So
they see you blowing up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look how fast you blew up. Look how quick you got to 40,000. Like I remember when I first found Full Blast, you were what, 10K, 11K, like out of nowhere.
I've been. Tag, I was there when you had the broken turntable. I was there when you had the broken turntable, and then we all started throwing donations.
Right?
Yeah, remember you? Because he was like, he came on one night and he was just like, look, I'm gonna put on a show. I'm gonna do something. He said, but my one turntable was broke, so I can't do the blends. And he was like,
man, I'll send you a needle. You said,
we saw,
need one.
I was like, look, whatever you need, brother, let us know, man. Then I think somebody threw you like $100. Like, look, go get the damn turntable fixed so we can hit the hip hop. But it was that's right. Those are early. But you was bringing it there with one turntable. Come on, man. Like who does that?
Man, that's
like
hip hop as hell too.
And look, it's not just the music though. Like you bringing the music, bro, but your community, Full Blast community, man.
Yeah,
Look,
that's the
Thomas,
most
you said it.
important.
Just said the same thing as I was saying it. Full Blast community is amazing.
The vibe,
Community
man. We
so
all got a good
interactive,
vibe and we're all good
vibe.
friends, you know.
Good
That's
friends.
all
man.
important.
Yeah. Like we
Yeah,
became
man.
friends. Like everybody in there is dope. Like deep friends. Like for real.
Out of the
Yeah,
craziness of 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on your Bandcamp. I've been buying music off your Bandcamp forever.
No doubt. Yeah.
Bump it in my car, you know, in my backyard when I'm cleaning the back, whatever, man. But it you know, and that's how I learned about the YouTube channel through the Bandcamp. The Bandcamp channel. I was like, damn, we got live you. I just started listening to it from there. I was like, okay. I would tune in every night, be playing Mario Kart, listening to Tiger, or playing Avengers, man. It was all good, man. But listen, we appreciate you, man. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, man.
Don't let nobody stop. Don't let nobody kill your dream, man. There's dream killers out there, man.
There's
dream killers out there.
YouTube show later today, 8:30. MF Doom meets j.dilla.
Oh man, that's music to my ears, man. I've been listening to so much both MF Doom and Djaytiger. Those are like my two biggest influences.
Right. Now when are we gonna get the Lover meets Metalface?
We're gonna get Doom with Grap.
Yeah, the Lover and Metalface.
David Begun did this mashup, but because he's dope too. He's on Bandcamp. I put that on.
Yeah, he is.
And yeah, I've got some stuff coming that I gotta finish. I'm actually finishing up this rock hip hop blend.
Nice.
Old school rock, Tears for Fears over.
There's a cat on Bandcamp. He mashed up Tom Carnuba. He mashed up Wu-Tang and Jimi Hendrix, and it's dope. I got all of them. I got everyone he put out. Yeah,
Experience or something like that with Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, it's called it's dope. He mashed it up, and then the dopest one I ever heard was the Jay-Z with Danger Mouse remixed the Black Album
Beatles
to all Beatles beats.
Yeah, I got that one. Yeah.
Now Tiger, they say there's a gray album, and they say there's a white one, but I've never seen the white one.
Well, the Beatles?
The white album I think is the Beatles. The black album is Jay-Z. So together it's the gray album.
Yeah.
Okay, but I know right. But I know he mixed another one, and it was another color he called. It was something crazy because we got the gray, and then they said he mixed another one. But I've never found it. I'd be looking for it, but I've never found it.
I know that when that came out, you know, they were talking about it was dope, and then they took it down because Beatles samples.
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z, of course.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it was a majorly vast improvement to the Black Album because the Black Album was whack.
Yes,
I didn't like the Black Album. It wasn't hip hop.
Can't let you do that, bro.
Whoa.
Black is a strong term.
Black Album is strong.
Whoa. We live in America. Listen, I'm entitled. We live in America.
What more can I say?
Don't go Donald Trump on me, all of y'all. Now listen. Let's break it down.
2 or 3 songs out.
Well, hold up. Let's break it down.
Majority of that album was good, bro.
Let's break it down. Let's go with the core.
Hey, we comics and hip hop. Let's go.
Okay, let's go with the core hard facts. Here I am with the core hard facts.
All right.
Reasonable doubt.
No. Let's not compare.
We're not comparing. We're not comparing. I'm just giving you. I'm taking you on a journey, real quick.
Right.
We go from Reasonable Doubt, which was definitely hardcore hip hop, right?
No doubt.
That joint was just hip, like it was hip hop, like you had to have on your Tim boots and your baggy jeans to listen to that, right? Then we go to In My Lifetime, which kind of teetered on hip hop,
on commercial,
but it was still dope. I give him credit, right?
I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a big fan of that one at first.
I wasn't a big fan of none of them.
I like those.
I only listened to the Jay-Z albums after the Reasonable Doubt for the Primo tracks. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, what track did he do with Premier? I was on it like that. For real.
Yeah, because he right. Because back then, Primo owned the whole decade.
Word up.
You know what I mean? And he put out, Primo put out. Listen, when it comes to beats, you got premier, and I keep saying it, you got premier producers and DJs all over the nation. Like in the East, you got Primo, you got Marley Marl. You know what I mean? You got Apollo Brown. They're in the Northwest, but that's still the East. You know what I mean? You got Apollo Brown. Then you go down south, you got Djaytiger. You got Swisser House. You got Mike Will and all of them. You go out west, you got Muggs. You got Dre. You know You know what I mean? Like you got it's producers all over, and they put out some, and they like Muggs is one of the illest beat makers, but he don't get no credit. He just don't get the credit that he and he keep it hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
But back to Jay-Z, we go to In My Lifetimes 1 through 3. People loved him or they hated him, right?
Mhm.
Everybody. Now nobody can argue that. I liked all three of them. I thought all three of them was hot.
I wasn't
Now-
crazy about none of them three.
I thought they
after
were.
that,
I
I
thought
like
they
the
were
first
dope.
one. I like the first
I
one.
like.
the
I
third
thought
one,
they were
second one
dope.
was
I
trash.
thought they was
Yeah.
dope.
No, there's track. Like I'm gonna tell you this. I can make one good album out of them 3 albums.
That's
I
probably
can
the best
take
way to put
songs
it.
from each one of them 3 and make a dope album. I can say
Yeah.
that.
Out of what? Reasonable Doubt.
Dang, out of
In My
Reasonable-
Lifetime.
No, just the middle 3, just the volume
The
1,
In My
volume 2,
Lifetime.
volume 3.
Yeah, the
In
In
My
My
Lifetime.
Lifetime.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hard
one-
Not Life
yeah.
and
Yeah, I can go with that. Like a best of the
Yeah.
volume
Best of them
1, 2,
3
3.
volumes. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Give
Right.
me an
Yeah.
idea too. But go ahead.
I don't know, man. I might have to disagree with y'all because I like all three of them. Then
I
he
don't
goes
like
back
Hard
to
Not
hip
Life,
hop.
man.
But out of all three,
Then he-
the second one was the strongest.
Second one was the strongest. I will say that.
I'm
I agree with
on
you.
a limb on that
Hard
one.
Knock Life.
Actually, no. I say the first one. I say the first one was the strongest
Word?
to me. The first one
A
was the
Yeah,
strongest.
Lifetime
I'd
is
rather
a
say
dope
that.
Yeah.
track.
Yeah, the first one was the strongest to me.
Look,
And
dope
then we
track.
go because Jay-Z goes back to hip hop with the Dynasty album.
Dynasty album was good.
Mhm.
That was dope. That was hella dope. And you can't argue that. You can't say that wasn't dope. Then we got the Blueprint.
You already know.
Blueprint.
Blueprint.
Come on, man. Yeah.
A Blueprint was hit and miss. They had
Hit or
tracks
miss.
on it that was tight, and then those parts that you was like, all right, well, whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, man, I think the
Blueprint did it.
Blueprint's a classic, man. And
Yeah,
I'm not even a Jay
Blueprint
guy
is
like
like-
that.
All right, then
we.
but that's when he tried to get. See, my point to you is that's when Jay-Z always walked. He always tried to tightrope walk the fence
Oh, you
to
always
pull
did.
in more,
Very true.
right? To pull in more listeners. So
I'm
like,
waiting to hear how the Black Album is
Yes,
whack.
please. Let's get to
okay,
that.
okay, now. So now
You
the
got
Black
Kanye,
album.
you
What
got-
you think
you got
about? Now we get to
Timbaland,
the
you
Black
got-
because I wanted to go in order. I wanted to go in order
Rubin, come on.
because after the Blueprint we got the Black album, right? That was the next album. That was literally and
Blueprint
clearly
2, The Gift and the Curse. Yeah.
It was
We got the
Blueprint 2.
Blueprint 2. The
Yeah,
Gift and
Blueprint
the Curse.
2.
Which was a lot
Right,
of
we got the
fillers on that.
Blueprint. Right,
Black
now,
Album was
that
the retirement album. Remember?
right, and it was retirement because you got to think at the time. Think
What more
about
can I
everybody.
say? What can I do?
You a Jay-Z fan? I get that.
Nah.
Yeah,
but
but-
really, I'm not a big Jay-Z fan, but
I was back
I'm
then.
a student of his music, bro. He's brilliant, bro. Like to go in the booth, to listen to a beat the way he does. If you write music, if you're a rapper and you write, raps, you know how hard it would be to sit there, listen to a beat for the first time, and you see him bobbing his head, mumbling. Then you
And
go in the booth and he
that's
lays
what the
down a
song
song that he just wrote in his head. And
I
he just
disagree. Because
really,
Nas said when he wrote
Rakim was like, I don't even know how you do that. Like I can't even remember.
But, yeah, because everybody got their own. Right, everybody got their own joint. How they get to where they at.
'Cause Big
Like look
did
at
a lot of
Nas.
freestyling too.
Right, like look at Nas. Nas said when he wrote Ether, right?
I'm
Nas
just saying,
said I
I
went up
respect
on the
man-
roof.
the man's
Nas said I went up on the roof of the building. I smoked the L to the head. I put some headphones on. I listened to that Ether beat. I came back downstairs 10 minutes later and a classic, and I had a classic, which is true. Because you can't. A lot of people try to just.
I still think what Jay came with after Ether, his response was nasty, bro. Like,
I thought it was corny.
people don't
I thought it was
give that.
corny.
Man,
I
that
thought it was
shit
corny.
dope.
How could you even come back after Ether? How could you come
Rap
back after
version
that?
of TD Jakes, can't y'all see that he's fake? Prophesizing off his CDs and tapes, won't give you a crumb off the little bit that he makes. Is it Uchi Wally Wally, or is it one mic? Is it
Yeah.
Black
Okay,
Wally?
all right, but think about it.
I
Okay,
like that.
all right, now think about that. Now listen to what Nas said. What did Nas say? Foxy kept you hot because you kept your face in her
Ether
pussy.
was- Ether-
What you think you getting girls now because of your looks? Negro, please. That was like, how you gonna come back? He said the Ether. You know what I mean? He said, is he Dame Diddy, Dame Daddy, or Dame Dummy?
Dame Dummy.
I get it. You Biggie and he Puffy. Like he broke it down. Like he.
I ain't gonna
he
lie,
broke
Nas
it down.
won.
No,
Nas-
Nas won that.
Yeah, it was no coming
response
back.
that Jay-Z did was still murder. Like people get it.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't like he got you his way. Yeah, it was
Right.
still good.
Yeah,
Right.
remember in the chorus he was like
The
JJ's
first
Evans.
song Jay-Z did, that takeover, was like, that wasn't even really a.
And then
Takeover
Nas
was I
did-
liked the Takeover. I thought Takeover was hot.
Alright,
but
Takeover
Ether
was a cool song, but as far as this.
Yeah, But then
Man,
when
when Ether came
when
out-
he came with the last real nigga line, he said, it's crazy I had to kill you and your whole squad for Dolo. When he said that, I was like,
Word.
that's it. That's it.
Word.
That's it. You know what I
Nas
mean?
murdered.
He's
Nas
a body,
murdered.
no question.
But listen, Nas did what KRS did. KRS murdered the whole crew,
Yeah.
Word.
and nobody, even Shannon them say that now.
And
They be like,
Karis
"Man, he
one is
did, man."
still waiting for someone to step in his lane so he could tear their ass up. Yo,
So
you
he
know
really
he's still
murdered
in
the
battle
crew, like, they
mode
lost.
after all these years?
Yeah, he murdered the Juice Crew was the biggest thing we had ever heard.
Karis
Word.
one is not playing, bro. His attitude is still from back then. Now,
Yeah.
he told LL, like, yo, come step in the ring. You don't want it, but
Oh
come
yeah,
do it.
Check, I
Word,
see
he
that.
say he like
Yeah,
battle rap.
they asked
Every
him, yeah,
hot
they asked him,
rapper out.
they asked him that Karis said, he said, no disrespect, but I'll tear LL ass up. I said, damn.
I love that,
I said,
man.
I'll tear LL ass up. And he right, he will. LL ain't got nothing for LL can get out he can get out the giant thesaurus, because remember he wrote his rhymes with
LL
thesaurus.
nasty too. I know.
Yeah, LL nasty. I get LL, yeah.
But Karis
But
one
he
just
did
on
do
another level,
he did
bro.
do cannabis dirty. He did do cannabis dirty. Because I think
Well, it's not
cannabis
foul. It
is
was
way
kinda-
nastier than L. I think
Yeah, I
cannabis
agree
is
with
way
that.
nastier. Yeah. And L, I heard the verse that he did where he asked L could he borrow the mic on his arm and all that. That was hot. Like we never heard nobody flip nothing like cannabis when that joke came out. We
If
was
it
like,
ever
Cannabis,
leaves my
but he didn't-
arm, it'll transform to a time bomb. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he didn't mean it, but when he first was saying that, he meant it as an homage. Like when he bought a mic,
Yeah,
Right.
no.
Yeah, he was showing him
LL
props.
took it like
That's why he
word,
said
no,
that was a
you can't
sucker move that you changed, because he changed his lyrics.
change the verse after.
changed-
Yeah, made him and made Cannabis change his verse. I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
like, this joke be crazy,
All right,
man.
look, let's break down the album. December 4th, with his mom talking on it.
That's
Ill
what I'm
Soul
saying. Let's
Sample.
talk about how this album was whack. 'Cause I
December
still
4th.
don't know.
Okay, all right, how's whack? Basically,
December
to
4th.
me,
Nah,
basically,
let's go
I
track to
feel
track.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel that the Black Album just wasn't hip hop enough. I don't think that it was as strong hip hop in a hip hop sense as
You talking
the
from a
albums that
production
came before.
standpoint?
Period. Production, the beats. I mean, listen, when I listen to the Great Album
Oh.
and I listen to those rhymes mixed with those Beatles beats, it's dope as hell to me. You only as dope as you only as dope as you produce.
Let me tell you. Let me.
We can go track to track though.
Yeah, let me point out the strongest song to me, and Reno, you tell me if you agree or not. December 4th, Encore, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, Threat, Ninth Wonder,
Yeah.
99 Problems, Rick Ruin, PSA, Just Blaze,
Yeah.
Lucifer, Kanye, Allure. Come on,
Neptunes.
Allure's that to me is the damn near dopest joint on there. Pharrell.
Yeah, Lord's probably one of the dopest songs he ever
Lord,
made. Like, for real, for real.
nah, but look,
That's
nah,
8 strong
that
songs on
Kanye
the
wrote
floor.
that.
Keep calling you, man. Oh,
Lucifer, son
man.
of
Come
the
on.
morning.
Who made that beat? Listen, who made that beat?
Which
That was
one?
Pharrell. Neptunes. The Lord.
Allure.
Oh Lord,
Yeah.
no wonder why.
I'm talking about
No
the
wonder
Kanye.
why.
I didn't. Allure was
Nah, I
not
like
my favorite,
Allure.
but
I like Allure
Allure
because
was
it's
but
Carlito's
Allure
way
was dope.
on the track. I love
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Timberland
But-
beat was
but
not.
Allure-
The Timberland
Allure's
track
like-
is not my favorite. The Dust Your Shoulders Off. It was dope then, but I kind of just recently re-listened to all of that. I'm not feeling that one as much as I
Thank you. So you just proved my point.
Nah,
If
but
you can't
that's the
listen to
only
it,
track.
That was one song.
The rest of them tracks, dog, are. I was
was
mind
trash.
blown again. I just
Listen.
recently did this. This is how I know. I just recently went through the Black Album again, and I became
Reno
a fan again. Like I forgot. Like I kind
Reno-
of was like, you know how hip hop.
there's two things I will
Mind-blowing.
never be a fan of, no matter how
God,
much
bro.
I watch, no matter how
Let's
much I
do it
listen
again.
to it, watch it. It's two things I'll never be a fan of: Aaron Rodgers
Yeah, I knew you
and the
were gonna
Black
say
Album,
that.
and the Black Album, because I think they both trash.
Oh
Now,
man.
Well,
You
hey,
can-
as a
listen,
Lions
you put
fan, I'm with
lipstick
you on
on
the
the
Aaron
pig.
Rodgers shit.
If you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. All right, that's all I can tell you.
You might be the
All
only
right.
person that said the Black Album was whack. I've never.
I was
heard
gonna
that
say
before.
I have met someone
Black Album was
that
trash.
That's
Man.
thinks
crazy.
the Black Album is whack.
That's,
All right.
that's crazy. So
And
wait,
I'm not
my
even a
question
Jay-Z fan
is
like that
Blueprint 2
anymore. I
trash?
think
Because
that's
that has to
crazy.
be super trash then. If
Huh?
Black
No,
Album trash, Blueprint.
To me, Blueprint 2 was like hit or miss. Like some of it I liked,
Yeah.
some of it I just didn't care
Yeah,
for.
Blueprint was just
But
too
I
many.
thought it was better than the Black Album. I thought it was way better than the
I
Black
don't
Album.
get that. That's why I'm
Hell
lost.
no.
Nah, bro.
Like-
Because the Black Album was one album, like it was one CD. It was concise. It was tight. Every track was a super producer.
I think the
Yeah.
Black Album is his
Bodied it with the
third
lyrics,
best album
like-
behind Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint.
Actually, you know what album I would put over the Black Album?
Okay, well, let me ask you a question.
All right, boy.
American
What you
Gangster.
said about
I love
American
that.
American Gangster was good
Thank you,
too.
Vigilante.
American
I'll just get ready to bring that
People
up.
sleep on that album.
Yeah,
Dead. That album
Vigilante,
is
I'll just get ready
incredible.
to bring that up. So what do y'all think about American Gangster? Because that was a controversial album
I know.
that had
It's
mixed reviews.
What was controversial about
Some people don't like it.
It had mixed reviews. A
I
lot
don't
of
know
people
what
didn't
they
like it.
listen
Oh
to.
no, that was a good album.
That's to me
I
his
thought it was
last
dope.
great album.
Yeah,
What? I thought it was
you saw
dope.
they took him with the trap beats and
Yeah, he just tried to, he went through his midlife crisis, but like that was his last great album to me. Is American Gangster, and I would put that over Black
American
Album.
Gangster. I'll say 3A for American Gangster and 3B for Black Album.
Man, ooh, that's tough. Okay, what about Magna Carta? Magna Carta.
Had some songs, but I
It
mean,
was-
I didn't-
it had-
it was better than the Blueprint 3,
But-
so it was like an
Justin Timberlake
uptick for
on
me.
the intro song.
No,
what
I
about
don't
444?
remember. Like, yeah, those are albums I'm gonna have to go back to because those were kind of like they couldn't have been that great because I don't. They're not, like,
444 went one
etched
ear.
in my
I
mind,
can't
like
remember
Black
that.
Album or
I like some of the songs
Now-
on 444. I ain't gonna front. I did because I like No ID's production. You know what I mean?
yeah, some of the 444 was cool.
Some of 444
I seen
was
that
cool.
more as like an art album or something. Like he kind of went Kanye. Like it was, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
It's kinda
nothing for the
like-
radio. He just
It was artistic. It was political. It was like a statement.
Now, what do y'all think about Watch the Throne? Because I thought that was dope. I thought Watch the Throne was dope.
I liked it when it came out. I mean, I don't go really honestly to go listen to a lot of Jay-Z stuff just because my mind, you know what? Because there's so much other good music that was overshadowed when he was out.
I agree.
It's like
I
you're
agree.
catching up now
Agree.
because
I agree.
he owned the radio and all that. But Ed Santa was like, life is like a beach chair. Get out of here with this. Yeah, now that comeback album, I wanted to like it. Remember when Just Blaze chopped up the Rick
There's a couple
James sample?
tracks. Yeah, that track is raw.
Yeah, but that album, I was like, should maybe stay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I just
because of all those
I just always thought
conversations
Jay-Z.
about
I just
Jay-Z
always thought
being
he
like
just-
overshadowing and being overhyped and being real commercial and all of that. Like that's why people overlook his ability sometimes. Like sometimes that makes you be like, man, fuck Jay-Z. Like,
oh yeah,
you know,
I know because I know he can rap.
if you-
I know that. But
right?
people they don't
You
give
know,
him
that's
that
what
because
I'm saying.
of
Like
his
I
radio.
recently just went back, and I mean, like over the weekend, like I just was listening to the Black Album, thinking, man, like this dude really was like on another level lyrically. He really was. And like if you can watch the making of the Black, go watch here. Let me help.
That's what I liked about the Black Album. When I saw the making of
I love the making.
Go watch the
documentary.
making of the Black Album. It's like 30 minutes, something like that. It's on YouTube.
About an hour. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna check it out.
Watch the making of the Black Album. I promise you'll have a whole new appreciation because they show him writing them songs in his
The
head.
making
Like they
of.
show him
And that's why I like the
coming
Lord
out
beat.
with the beats, and coming up. Yeah,
When he first heard the beat, he's like, in his head, he's like, he hitting the gunshots. Bro, I don't know, maybe that was the producer in me. Like, I just like the feeling of that
Lord
coming
was
together
nasty.
on a beat.
Yeah, and that's as a producer, that's really why I like that making seeing all the different producers, their different work styles, their little equipment, how they come up.
And remember
like
when he heard the Dirt Off Your Shoulder beat, when Timon was playing all these beats, and he was like,
Yeah.
as soon as he heard the Dirt Off Your Shoulders, he was like, and went right in the booth and spit the song.
Yeah, he was playing other beats that was on like other songs, major song. He played a Ludacris beat.
Ludacris beat, yeah. But it just didn't fit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pharrell called him and told him to come through. Yeah, man, it was go watch that documentary. And I promise you.
And Aaron Rodgers ain't in the documentary,
And
so
then
you
some.
should be good.
Hey, I'm from Detroit. I'm
Stop,
cool with
man,
you.
stop.
hating on Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Listen,
man.
y'all gotta understand something. Like, all right, if you ever watch Vlad TV, Vlad makes the statement that Nas.
Who? What TV?
Vlad
I
TV.
don't watch that dude.
Oh, we don't watch it. Well, I don't watch it. We don't watch it.
Yeah,
He
man,
whose
TV.
name, he whose name that shall not be spoken.
Lad.
Yeah,
Getting
has
that
said
TV.
that made it. He made a comment one day. He said that he
Nas is
thought
the
that
worst
Nas was a dope
I know.
lyricist, but
Yeah,
a bad
I
beat
heard
picker.
this.
I know.
And
Yeah.
Nas came out with a statement that said, if you listen to my album back then and you didn't, it wasn't for you at that time. But he said, go back and listen to it now and tell me that same thing.
Bro.
So now listen, I walk 5 miles a day in
These are the last
in
days
spring,
of a hanging slave.
summer, and fall, right?
This. I robbed you.
I went back and listened to every Nas album I had. Because there was a couple of them I was just like that. I was like kind of questionable, like, that's all right, you know. But when I went back, I took a walk one day. I listened to every Nas album because I own every album Nas ever put out. I listened to every last one of them. And they were, to me now, he was right. It just wasn't for me there. They were dope. So like with Jay-Z, that's
better
my
with
point.
time.
Yes, that's my point. Right. I can listen to the Black album now, and I still feel the same way about it now that I did 10 years ago. It's people say, like, I think Jay-Z is a bad beat picker in my eyes. But Nas, to me, when they say they don't like the beats he picked, I disagree with it. I think it's the reverse. I always thought that Nas was the greater because when Nas put something together, like if you listen, like that one song he had where he's talking about, he explained his whole day backwards. Who do that? Rewind. Who thinks of that? Who come up with
that blew my mind.
Come up with that.
In the gun.
But I never went through that stage of like, oh man, or when he did the album, the one with Scarface on it, I think. Man, I love this. Nas everything Nas did, bro. People talk about it was written like it wasn't a classic. Like it was written as
dope.
It was written as dope.
Illmatic.
That joint was hot.
Yeah,
it was
written. That's the one thing I didn't like at first, but then I understood when there were people saying that they thought it was written was better than Illmatic, and I thought at the time it was blasphemy because I remember when Illmatic dropped, and I'm like, yo, this is straight up classic. And then when it was written,
that was the newest thing I ever heard.
It went
I had never heard nothing
straight raw, no radio songs to If I Rule the World. Then it had the track masters, not cheesy, I ain't gonna say cheesy, but that clean production. So that kind of threw me off. Then I was like, well, I'm waiting for the Primo joint that he did.
For the Primo beat,
I'm waiting for that one. So that one grew on me. I had to go back and appreciate that one because I was strictly an Illmatic dude, and there was people that they knew Nas from when he dropped. It was written. So to them, when they heard that and they went back to Illmatic, they were like, "Oh no, it's better than Illmatic." I was like, "What? Y'all on crack." But now I understand why they felt that way.
It's hot, but I don't think it's hotter than Illmatic. It's hot.
Definitely not. I can say it's dope now, but back then I did.
Right. Yeah. No, I liked it. I wasn't crazy about Nostradamus, but I am. Wait, was it Nostradamus or I am? I think
Nostradamus was hot. Nostradamus was super hot.
One of them was.
We thought he fell off after Nostradamus.
Yeah, we did. We did all thought he fell off. Nostradamus.
Yeah. The ether, the shit that make your soul burn. But they brought it up back.
It was hot. It was hot.
In the chat, what you trying to kick knowledge? Like, nah, I'm trying to kick the shit you need to learn though. That ether.
The ether. Yeah. Is he Dame?
I think DJ Voldemort.
But
DJ Voldemort just don't like Nas and just don't want to admit it. That's just all it boils down to. He just needs to admit to himself that, hey, I don't like Nas. It's okay. You can not like Nas.
You know what I think it is too, Vigilante? That Nas won't come on the show and do an interview. Everybody been on that show.
Anybody that
Nas just won't do
it. He say something about him. He criticized.
Because he kind of a vulture, man.
And be like, when you sold kilos for the last 20 years, where'd you
hide?
You know what I'm saying?
Because remember, he had Bleak on there acting like the clown. You know, he asked him about Ethan. I thought it was whack. I thought Super Ugly was super.
Oh, yeah. Of course, Bleak gonna say that.
Of course, right. But you talk about Memphis Bleak. Come on, man. I can get up there and rap better than Memphis Bleak.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Man, I like Bleak. That's your
shit.
Because of Missy and Twister, but it was still cool.
Bleak was alright. But Beans was the shiner of the crew. Beans was the nastiest joker in the crew.
He just kept staying in them streets.
Right. He was the nastiest joker in the crew.
Compared to Beans, you whack.
Man, I remember saying that for real. It's like Beans is better than Jay. I know a lot of people say that shit.
To make you take the blame.
Beans is up there. I give Beans credit. I take my hat off to Beans.
Eminem murdered you on your own shit. You a faggot. You want the attention. Queens niggas run you niggas. Ass rough.
Yeah, bro. Ask Russell Simmons. Yo, y'all sitting there telling me I'm wrong. I mean,
hell no. I would never.
Yo, I heard that on the. They played that on the radio for the first time. I was at my ex's house, my youngest son's mother's house, in his sister's room with the radio on with their cousin, and we heard Ether on the radio for the first time. Our jaws was like, and we was Jay-Z. I'm telling you, we was Jay-Z. We were big fans. We heard that Ether. He got you.
Yeah, he got
you.
Yeah. Now I'm
Super
a big
Ugly.
It was some
Super
people was like,
Ugly
bro,
was an
you ain't have
emotional
to go that
response. You
hard.
know that, right?
He went hard.
Super
Nas
Ugly
went
was
hard.
an emotional response.
It was emotional. It was.
Yeah. He had to apologize. His mother made him get on the radio and apologize.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But I came and me and the boy AI got more in common than just bowling and rhyming. Get it more in common. I was like,
yep, yeah. Remember he said, remember Nas said how many more Biggie's rounds will come out your fat lips. And then he said JJ Evans get gunned up and clap quick.
He said you popped and apologized, nigga just asked Kiss. Something about that song where he apologized to Djaytiger.
Yeah, because I mean,
Nas
Nas
was one of
murdered
the dopest eras though, because no one got killed, no one got murdered.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was hip hop.
Nobody even got into a fight. I don't think.
Right.
Nope.
Nah.
They pieced it up on MTV and
because they say Biggie murdered when they did the Flavor in Your Ear remix. They were saying when Biggie got it, they said Biggie murdered. You know, rest in peace to Craig G. Craig Mack. They said Biggie murdered him on that.
Oh, you know, like on his song? Yeah.
Yeah, because they were asking, once again, DJ Voldemort asked the question one day. He said he was talking to Busta Rhymes, and he asked Busta Rhymes, did he ever thought he got murdered on any of his tracks? Because Busta did a lot of songs with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the Flip Mode Squad is nasty. All them jokers is nasty. Rod Digger, all of them. So he was like, yeah, but not, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right? I know. I get what you coming from. I get you. But yeah, right. So he asked him. So Busta Rhymes was like, well, first of all, he was like, whoever is the nastiest, go last. And he was like, that's why I always went last because I'm the hypest.
Yo, the
nastiest.
right.
And he said that. Yeah. So then he said, well, a lot of people say that Biggie murdered that whole track on that joint. And so he said, so that would kind of be like saying that Biggie got you on that one. So Busta stopped. He paused and he thought about it. And he said, you know what? He said, you're right. He said, Biggie did murder that joint. He said, go and name another track where Joker murdered me on it. And he couldn't. He said Biggie murdered everybody on it, just the way he came with the whole thing. He said, but that beat fits Biggie's flow. That beat fits Biggie's flow.
Yeah, but I feel having Busta on the end of your song, he's like the anchor, bro. Like he's gonna, like, I'm not even comparing it like, yo, he did better than Biggie or Biggie better than him. I just felt they both were.
Right.
Like,
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they were both.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
right there.
Gods on there, and everybody in between was just fillers. Even LL. I said it. I'm with you because when Biggie came on with it, he was like, niggas is mad I get more butt than ashtrays.
FFL want to get mine the fast way, ski mask way, ransom notes. You know what I mean?
Man, he said, if my style you admiring, don't get mad. UPS is hiring.
Biggie bought it, man.
Get shot. Not from Houston, but I rap a lot.
A
lot. The play's about to drop. Oh my god. So damn. That's what people just don't get when they try to be like, oh, this dude wasn't this done. You understand the intricate words, how he's rhyming in one tandem, then all of a sudden he stops it and just changes it up. And
he raps like Yoda in a way, like says some shit backwards, bro, and flips it.
Yeah,
flip it,
He like an 8-ball, and then he just cuts it to 4 and make it flow, bro. You gotta have genius level intellect to think of shit like that.
That's what I mean.
Dope beat.
That's what I mean about Jay-Z. Like, we might not like his music, whatever, but as far as his ability, it's on par with Big. It's like, it's on some next level shit. It's not the average rapper shit.
Right. You know? I like Jay. I'm a fan.
I've been a fan
since he was down with Jazzo. Yeah, I've been a fan since he was down with Jazzo. But it's just that I'm not. All right, like wu-tang, perfect example. And
he was doing that
maybe y'all might understand where I'm coming from for this. wu-tang. I'm the biggest Wu-Tang fan in the area,
I don't
in
know,
the world.
bro.
As far you can shoot me in the outer space. Listen, I love I live, eat, breathe Wu-Tang. But I can admit when they put out some stuff that's whack. Like Iron Flag was not a great album.
Some
it was
of
not
Meth
great.
solo albums.
Meth solo albums are trash. I'm not even gonna lie. And I love Meth.
They still
man.
got some great solo albums. They got the
Oh
fucking
yeah.
Look,
Iron
First one he
Man.
put the first.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
look, Ghost
Ghost is
Ray,
the most consistent.
Ghost and Raekwon.
Yeah, Ghost Ray,
Oh, I
album
bought
dope.
this.
The few guys that you got put out with
This
dope,
is the
except for
wackest
Venom.
Wu-Tang album, period.
Oh, bro.
Now,
Period.
There's
Eight
not one cut
Diagrams.
I even play off of that album, man.
Yeah,
Better
Eight
Tomorrow,
Diagrams.
That was
Eight
a big
Diagrams
deal.
and Iron Flag are probably the worst two albums they ever put out.
Nah,
No,
this is
that
the
one
worst.
is. There's
that's
cuts
the-
off Iron Flag that I'll play in my
Oh,
Oh, I
book.
bump Iron Flag. Yeah, I bump Iron Flag way
got
before
some
Eight Diagrams. Yeah, I bump Iron Flag, but I just thought it was
hard.
They came out with a song. Their debut song was a
What?
dude singing on a hook, and Method Man got on interview and said, "Y'all know what the fuck that dude Silver Rings putting this bullshit out? Like he didn't like it."
None of them did. None of them liked it.
None of them.
Yeah,
did.
none of them liked it.
They were tricked into doing verses and shit. They didn't know what they were doing verses for. They didn't know it was for that album.
And you got always like talking shit about RZA, man. RZA, man, he always on some bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Like, but they brothers, man. That's
brothers,
regular
though.
shit to them. Yeah.
Right,
That ain't
right.
no controversy. Ooh, you guys talking shit about RZA. That's regular shit to them.
Yep.
But he say that. You guys say we argue. You guys say we arguing and all the time, but it's love. But we do it out of love.
Argue since
We don't
the show.
do it.
We saw it when they were coming up.
When it was on what's that?
On the bus.
Backstage. Yeah, when they was arguing on the train.
Yeah.
But you guys said that. You guys said it's all love between us, man. He said we only do that because we love each other.
Yeah.
And Ghost said it best.
Family, bro.
Yeah, because Ghost said, look, Ghost said we used to. He said I told RZA there's a certain sound that Wu-Tang has. Whatever you want to do solo, do that. But when we come together as Wu-Tang, there's a certain sound that we have that people want to hear. And if you're not putting that out, don't nobody want to hear that. They don't want to hear us get together and you putting out something different than what we put out.
Word up.
And that's true. I had to give him credit on that, man. But moving on to modern day times, Vigilante, what do you think about Big Ghost and Conway the Machine? The new album they just put out. The new joint.
So here's the thing with me. I'm completely out of touch with hip hop, right? Like completely out of touch the past year. So, but I do know who actually those artists are. Like the dope ones I've heard of Conway the Machine. The whole Griselda, I'm just getting into them though, so I don't got the same. Like everybody in the group, everybody in the chat know a lot more about them. I'm like an old man just not getting back into hip hop, so I couldn't really give you that feedback to be honest, because that's kind of like my whole thing. I haven't really listened to hip hop for a while, but I still love it. And actually, y'all channel y'all was playing.
Coming from somebody from your same era, bro.
Yeah,
you're gonna get back into hip hop, or if you just look, fuck with Griselda, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. I've been fucking with them heavy. That's what I've noticed getting back into them. Like, okay, these motherfuckers can spit, and they beat choice and everything is
East Coast
Precise 16. You got to separate rap from hip hop. Yeah, and
East Coast hip hop.
East Coast hip hop. Yeah. When Young Thug came out and Mumble Rap came out, I said, I'm too old for this. I just tapped out. I'm too old for this. I got all these old albums, all the J.Dilla.
There's other shit coming out at the same time as that's dope.
Yeah.
See, here's my theory, bro. Like during when rock and roll was the shit in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Pop music was rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In the 90s, like when alternative and Nirvana and all that was what was up. Pop music was alternative-ish, but still pop. But right, so
very true.
Hip hop is to the level now that pop music is now hip hop-ish.
Yeah.
So what we're hearing is pop music, not hip hop. Like
but that's the problem. That's the problem, Reno. They're calling that hip hop. That's the
main.
That's
the main.
What I'm saying is that's not hip hop. That's hip hop.
I know.
You're 100% correct.
But
you're 100% correct, Reno.
That's bullshit.
And that's how I feel about the Black Album. I feel the Black Album was hip hop.
All right.
Well,
that links everything. We all full circle.
You can have that. I can't agree with you on that. But
no, I mean, listen. Everybody's entitled to their own.
Everyone is entitled.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I felt that way. Being a fan of Jay-Z, I look at it like this. I like his albums. When you get when you get to the Black album, that's when I just was like, look, can I get a little bit of hip hop out of this? Like, but when they remixed it and blended it with those Beatles beats in it, I had a greater appreciation for the lyrical content that y'all had great appreciation for on the original joint. So when I listened to the Black album, I listened to the Gray album. So I don't pop the Black. I own the Black album, but I don't pop that in there. I pop in the Gray joint and listen to that hard. And I'll be honest.
When I heard 99 Problems, I thought that was the most hip hop shit that I've heard in forever, bro. Like 99 Problems.
Man, listen, I'm gonna tell you the most hip hop thing I ever heard. Most hip hop shit I ever heard in my life. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Summer of like I think it was 88 or 89. No lie. I don't care if niggas say I sound old, whatever. I don't care. Public Enemy. Yusuf Hawkins gets slain walking through Pensacola, right? Public Enemy is supposed to put out an album. We all waiting on it hard. Chuck D like, hold up. They stop production of it, and he drops Welcome to the Terror Dome. And we like, damn. When I heard that, Reno, Vigilante and Tiger, I thought in my mind, that was one of the hardest hip hop tracks, just the beat alone. I was like, yo, this beat is hard. Like, it was hard.
This shit was like...
It is one of the hardest hip-hop tracks.
It was like 100
Chuck was bringing it.
Running at you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chuck was bringing it.
The Bomb Squad. Dang. See, nobody talks when we talk about beats.
Bomb Squad.
Nobody talking about Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad.
Oh, I love the Bomb Squad. Just the production they did with Ice Cube.
With Ice Cube
on top of
Ice Cube,
Ice Cube, bro. He cut them Jerry curls off. He said, yo, let's go.
Yeah. They defined the new era Ice Cube as a solo artist to me. I love the Bomb
They
Squad.
did.
That's
Professor Griff once said that Public Enemy does not work unless you have the whole. He said Public Enemy is like making a cake. You have to have every ingredient, or it don't come out right. Like he said, you can have Chuck in the Bomb Squad, but without Flav and it don't work. Nah, you can have Flav in the Bomb Squad. You can have Chuck and Flav, but with no bomb. He said, in order for Public Enemy to work, you have to have all of those pieces. Period. And then it works. He was like, because other than that, Public Enemy don't work without all of them.
And that's saying something, because every group ain't like that. It's groups where if someone wasn't there or someone was replaced by someone else, it would still be, you could be like, all right. But
Public Enemy is just different.
It was just different.
Bro, when Rebel Without a Pause, like if you didn't hear the James Brown sample, the grunt, and you heard, because that was me, I didn't hear that James Brown sample, the grunt. When Rebel Without a Pause came out, I was just getting into DJing, so I didn't know about samples and this and that. I was just getting into hip hop. Rebel Without a Pause came out. I was like, wait, that it ain't stopping.
Yeah,
it's throughout the whole record. I'm like, yo, I feel like driving 100 miles an hour right now. I was like, yo,
as you do, even now, even today. Yeah, even today when you hear that.
I thought I was Without a Pause shit in here, man. Like.
Thank you. Yes, I listen. Rebel Without a Pause, Black Steel in an Hour of Chaos. Yeah, Black Steel in an Hour of Chaos. That was super hard.
Oh man, I love that.
Brothers Gonna Work It Out. Yeah, that was.
I played that today on the midday mix.
And I was dancing to it too. I was like, it brings back me. You like, yo, nowadays everybody beat sound the same. Everybody rap like they don't
on auto tune.
I bet it. What?
Man. Right. And Chuck had that deep voice like he was your dad talking to you.
Word, man.
Yes. Flavor, a rebel in his own mind. Yeah, he was like, he kind of scared. Remember they came out with, what was the one, Fight the Power. They came out Fight the Power. That was, listen, you listen to that, you ready. You thought they stormed the cap. When they was doing all them riots over the summer, they Fight the Power. Bump that through some loudspeakers and had them people walking in to watch what happened. They're going to be like, what? Fight the Power. Chuck did have them going crazy.
Yeah. That tore up more. Yeah. See, this is hip hop. This conversation, because I just started back doing tracks, and I'm like, man, like, find your radio, Djaytiger, find you guys playing the best of Banks, best of Jadakiss, and all the mixes. I'm like, okay, there's still people who want to listen to actual hip hop. That's dope. Because I don't know how to really make the stuff that's going on now. The hip hop, as Reno just said, I just put out a track called Dewey, where it's just me spitting over a beat. And I like it. You know what I mean? I just want other people who like that stuff to listen to it. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I'm doing with as far as the artist, but it's fun. And it's like cool to see. Yes, people still want to listen to hip hop. People just, it's not just 808s and auto tunes. And no disrespect to that stuff, man. If that's what you like and that's what you get down, dope, man.
Oh, definitely.
Them guys, like I'd say, listen, my son is 16, so and that's like my dog. Like me and my son is tight, and so I know the music he listens to. So I hear what his friends listen to. You know, like my son, he knows, bro. I raised him on wu-tang, Pog, like he knows, all right?
Yeah.
But he's still 16. He's still in high school. His friends still listen to what they listen to. So I hear it. The stuff he's listening to. These cats they got bars. Like when they want to spit, they can. This cat Trippie Redd.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, like from our era, clowns.
He looked like one of those. He looked like a Tekashi dude.
He looks retarded, like shit all in his face. But that's what they do now. Yeah. That's not what we did. So, but cool, like that's all right. But the cat got bars. So, like certain tracks I listen to, I know he listens to hip hop. So, like these kids, these little Uzi Verts and all of that, they can rap. They listen to hip hop, but they're doing this other stuff. Because it's what's hot, it's what's selling. That's why.
Did
that's
you
why
see
I say
little Uzi Vert put the diamond in the middle of his forehead to look like Vision?
Oh yeah, they was clowning.
Bro, they were doing memes with Thanos ripping the thing out of Vision's head. Yeah. Putting little Uzi Vert there.
Yeah. You're gonna die, bro. That, $20 million. Like someone's gonna either chop your head off, or you're gonna die from like poisonous. Like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, some of the and see, but
attention, man. It's all attention.
He listened to Trippie Redd, Juice WRLD, XXXTentacion, and I've listened to their music, and they do have skills, like they do have talent.
They can shine,
yeah.
When they want, but like Trippie Redd did it. They did. Remember when Onyx did the coronavirus rap? Now everybody came out one. Trippie Redd did one, and then you listen. Like my sons and them were talking to me about it. I said, look. I said, Trippie Redd did a coronavirus rap, and then we're gonna listen to Federal Star. So we listened to both of them, and they both was like, yeah, Dad. There's like, yeah, Federal came off on. They was like, it's just totally different. The beat, the way he rapped. I said, Trippie Redd said the same thing like 50 times. I said, and that was his freestyle. Like that was his coronavirus freestyle. You listen to his freestyle. I said they're much more creative because, you know, but my son was like, well, Dad, they've been doing it a long time. I said, son, when they was his age, they was just as nasty. If not that, like they might have been more nastier. You know what I mean?
Artists in their 20s. They had to be doing it for a while to get heard, to get on the radio, to get a label, for someone to hear you. You had to have skills. You had to be doing it a while. Right? But nowadays, you can just pop your shit up on SoundCloud, and if it hits off, you a famous rapper in like a few weeks.
Nas wrote Illmatic when he was 17. All these kids doing all this shit. I ain't trying to.
Nah,
man. There is 2W in the chat. Just has two comments back to back that I want to see what you guys think. He says production is better now than it was back then, but yes, beats are hotter from back in the day. So the production is better now, but the beats are actually better from back in the day, and that's a good distinction.
You mean like the equipment and the technology now can make
because you get more auto tune, you get more of a production. These are more produced songs. I mean, you know, I just did a song just spitting, but now you're getting the whole hook, bridge, choruses, and all that other stuff because of the auto tune. Everyone can be, you know, melodic. So you're getting better production, but the beats that I'm guessing what he means, you know, it's not the same rawness as what you would get from a Bomb Squad.
That sound of the SP1200.
Nothing. They got an SP2400 they're trying to come out with just to emulate it.
MPC 2000 and the Triton.
Yeah, I just got the Triton VST. I actually like that stuff.
Triton, right? The Triton got good.
Yeah, I had a Korg Triton.
I saw Eric Sherman. I think I had it on my YouTube. I think I took it down. He made a beat. It was like in like 9 minutes. I think he was using the Triton. I was like, yo, Eric Sherman is so funky with it.
Yeah, that's another dope.
No samples too. He was just pulling sounds out and killing it. I wanted to record the beat to blend it on something because I don't think he used to.
Well, you know, if you listen to if you watch YouTube, Nas has his own channel, Mass Appeal.
Yeah.
And the Mass Appeal channel, they do the thing where
he's like
the DJ just he go blindly and pick out 6 out records, and they say, you know, sample a beat out of 6 records that just randomly pick records. And the dopest one I saw, who has a good ear for that beats and me, Large Professor, because when Large Professor pick he came out with a beat, and then you could see where he got serious because he was going through it. He was like, wait a minute. And then he was like, hold up. Then he got the other record. Then he came back. He made a beat in like 3 or 4 minutes. And then he was like, he added
that
something
beat was
to
that
it.
Large Professor. Don't you be playing the Large Professor beat, Tiger?
Yeah,
It's like a Large Professor.
Listen, Tiger played a Large Professor joint one night a couple months ago. I was about to tear my house up, man. That joint, man.
That shit with MOP.
Yes, actually, it's hot. You did a Large Professor set. You did a Large Professor set one night.
Bro,
I was in here about to tear my house up.
Because the beat is like nothing you never heard before. So when I heard it in the beginning, I'm like, he's spitting on it. And I'm like, because Large Professor got a nice flow. But then when Little Frame came on it, bro, I was ready to tear this shit up. Because you already know what they do when they get on the beat. So.
Yeah, MOP tear beat up. I get them jokes credit. They tear beat up. They.
That's all.
Billy Danes just put out an album. Billy Danes just put out an album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that joint hot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they the hardest, man. They're the hardest right now.
They do live IGs where they talk about their music and they'll like preview it. He had did an IG one time and he was showing us beats. Thought that was gonna be an album, man. I was like, crazy.
Okay. So, I remember P said that, Prodigy said that. I think it was their third album. He said they did a lot of production on that album. Him and Habit. But he said before that album, he said, because they said, it was Hell on Earth, I think. He was like, what took y'all so long? And P said it. P said, you know what? He said, I started messing with different sounds. Like I started learning how to play instruments and doing certain stuff to bring what, to expand our sound. You know what I mean? As far as the beats are concerned. He said, because he said, when we was doing sampling, we was running out of stuff. So he said, he said, we was bringing, I said, man. But he said, I came in the studio with a guitar. We had a keyboard. He said, we put all that together.
Yo, Vigilante, tell us, where we could find you, your channel, and how often do you do a show?
So, I do shows either with other people. It seems like almost every day because there's a lot of people. Cool. I mentioned Neurotic. What the Fandom Menace is. There's a bunch of people who talk about a lot of the craziness in pop culture, like how a lot of it is just crazy. You know what I mean? How they're not focusing on making stories. They're focusing on all this stupid stuff and creating division. So we trying to, be against that. So a lot of those channels, I'm even going to be on the show with Comics Division later on tonight. So anyone want to talk about that sort of stuff. It's like this, but a lot of it's politics. So if you want to get away from politics, I get that. But a lot of it is pop culture. So I've been doing that for months. So I got Vigilante Williamson. I'm on YouTube. I don't have an Instagram. I do have Minds. My goal is to be the PewDiePie of Minds to blow that up. And then I'm on Twitter, but I only use that to contact people. But if you want to find me, I'm on Twitch as well. I actually just hosted it. So you look up Vigilante Williamson on Twitch or on YouTube. Those are probably the best places to find me. Yeah, so and I'm putting on SoundCloud because I am starting to put more music out.
Oh, dope! All right, I'm gonna follow you on there too. I'm on there too. Fullblast Radio.
Okay, I need to.
Vigilante, make beats. You make beats, Vigilante, and you rap.
I make beats and I spit. So even though the first track actually is somebody else's beat, but I'm about to release a beat that's just a beat to. Even though I'm not a big fan of Tom Brady, I can't disrespect the man. He got 7 frames, so I got like a little highlight tape to a beat that I was about to put out pretty soon.
Yeah, I kind of like caved and. Give him the props, man.
I'm never gonna give. I'm gonna die, and on my gravestone, it's gonna say Tom Brady is trash. I can't hate
forever, bro. And I'm a Jets fan, so that's hard for me.
I can't give Brady no props ever in the history of when I die. I'm gonna have a plane fly over my funeral and say Tom Brady is trash. Still.
I respect that and I love that, man. That's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to like. You guys said Jeter. I mean, he's a good player, but it's hard to respect him.
Who?
Even after Jeter, and I know it's gonna hurt because I see the Knicks.
Oh, come on, man. No.
I know it, and that's why I say I get what he's saying. It's like I get it.
He didn't have the numbers, man, but Jeter had that bro.
Man, I feel like he's one of the most overrated athletes of all time. He just is.
Oh, this has been one of the most overrated.
He's a Hall of Famer, but nothing more, man. And I know that hurts. That's a whole conversation right there. He's a Hall of Famer.
Thank you. Tiger, why we can't come on a sports show? We just need one day. That's it. Just give us one day on the show. On the sports show. That's all we want.
I'm a big sport. My name is Corliss Williamson. That's why I got my name from.
I'm
a sports guy.
We could be the reason and the fact. We could be the reason and the fact.
So maybe next Monday, Queen City, we have a Vigilante on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that, man. That'd be dope.
I want to ask you, Vigilante, what is the name from?
Yeah, so it's a combination. I said Corliss Williamson. I'm a Pistons fan from Detroit. I'm actually living in the South now. But you remember the 04 Pistons and the Pistons of the mid-2000s. They are just so slept on and disrespected as a team.
Yes,
and just completely slept on.
Hate Bill Lambert.
Oh, well, that's the 80s one. Yeah, everyone hate Bill Lambert. That boy, he was crazy as shit. He was, I love him though.
Hey, they sent Michael packing one year.
They were crazy. They were it was crazy though. I hate it because I feel like the league got soft in response to them. Like the reason we got the league now is because of teams like that. But anyways, Corliss Williamson, he was a backup on the mid-2000s Pistons. He was the sixth man of the year one year. And I feel like he's just forgotten. And I just want a name that just represent like, hey, no matter what you is, no matter what you do, if you do something great, it don't matter if other people recognize it, it's still great. So it's like that same sort of energy. That's why I wanted to bring it to my name. So that's why I came up with Vigilante Williamson. Plus I do the mask because it's a comic. So I'm like, okay, just Vigilante is the first name and then Williamson is like Corliss Williamson.
So the mask is just a comics thing, or do you want to not let your identity be known for a reason?
I don't. It's a combination of both. Because like when I was rapping way back in the day, I just went under my regular name because that was kind of the wave to just use your name or whatever. And then I'm like, it actually just was a practical thing. It's like, man, if I apply for jobs and they start searching, it's like, oh shit. So
like the opposite of putting tattoos on your forehead.
It's the opposite, exactly. It's trying to be anonymous and like, okay. And so it was kind of a practical thing. So then it's a cool thing too, because people like, oh man, they like the mask. MF Doom was a huge influence. I even do a lot of the same lyrical things where he removes the lyrics. Like, one thing this party could use is more grooves instead of bitches and stuff like that. So I mean, MF Doom was a huge influence as well. So like, and j.dilla, like MF Doom, j.dilla, and Madlib when I was in high school saved me from crunk music. So I always loved them for being the guidance to hip hop. That's why I do understand what y'all saying. Like no matter what's going on as far as hip hop, there's always going to be hip hop. There's always going to be that real. And I just want to be a contributor to that in any way that I can be. And I appreciate being on the show, man.
Dope, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah. So how are you? So what comic group? Because I know Tiger, we got the Dilla, you got the Dilla, and Doom.
We got about 8 minutes.
Coming up at 8:30, 2 minutes. But tell everybody what comic books that you're reading now, or what comic books you recommend. What you're into, Marvel, DC, Image.
I've been, you know what? I need to get back into comic books. I've been trying to get my hands on some Fantastic Four, just like some classic Fantastic Four and classic stuff. I mean, I'm usually a DC, Batman, Justice League guy, but I've been trying to get like some Silver Age, either Marvel collections, just because just for escapism purposes. I just like kind of being in a different world of a Jack Kirby comic.
Are you reading anything current?
Currently, no, I'm not reading anything current. A lot of the current stuff is kind of just off the wall, but there's some current stuff that I've been interested in reading. Yeah. I hear good things about this TMNT, the Ronin. I want to check that out.
Good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Okay.
That's really good. Yeah.
I keep hearing recommendations about that, so that's something I want to check out. But right now, I've been trying to search out classic stuff.
That and
we got a new movie coming out too. Digital animated coming out. Justice Society. I'm sorry.
I saw the trailer to that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Old school.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Well, look, before we go, I do want to one more time, man, let everybody know American White Label CBD.com.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna check that out too.
All your CBD needs, check it out, man. The prices are unmatched. Like I know, trust me, because like I'm not just saying that because they paying me, because they not.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's who I use. That's who I use, and that's who I use for a reason. So yeah, man, everybody check them out and let them know I sent you, and they will give you a little discount though.
I want to shout out the chat. Shout out to Margie, first time. Thank you for tuning in. Darius, salute. Queen City, the tribe always. Al Mega is here in the building. Slick Nick. Who else? Reno is here. Mario, Andrea. Well, a lot more people. I'm just trying to scroll. Thank you always tuning in. Like Like I said,
well, Margie, that's in there. Margie, AWLCBD. That's Margie from American White Label CBD.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Salute
Yeah.
to her. Salute to you.
Yeah. So how you doing, Margie, man? Salute, and yeah, just let everybody know, man. That's where you get your stuff.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out to Third Eye. And yeah, we'll be live. Well, not live. We'll be semi-live. I uploaded a show. It's MF Doom over j.dilla beats mixed by David the Gun. That starts at 8:30 on YouTube.
Yeah,
we'll be
I'm definitely checking that out.
You know, I'm definitely gonna be listening to that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know my plans.
That's Tiger's pick of the week.
That's Tiger's pick of the week.
Yeah.
But speaking of pick of X-Force 17 is the Cook's pick of the week.
X-Force 15?
17.
17. Okay. Shout
X-Force
out to Cook
17.
Also.
Yeah.
And it's Margie at AmericanWhiteLabelCBD.com. That's her email.
Okay.
So if you email her directly for your order, she'll hook you up. She'll call you. But yeah, it's not coming up there on Twitch, but she put it in there.
Go ahead. Say it again.
Yeah, Margie at AmericanWhiteLabelCBD.com.
American White Label, right?
American White Label CBD, all one word. .com.
Got you, Margie. Yeah, no doubt. Guys, thank y'all, man. Another dope show as always. And like I said, we'll chop it up in the chat room at 8:30. Fullblast Radio Hip Hop and Comics. Live, premiering only on Twitch because YouTube is stuck. So,
and Twitch has better sound. Twitch has better sound for
better
your eardrum.
With everyone as well. Word up. Also follow Comic Crusaders also on Twitch. Dope content. Shout out to Al Mega.
Shout out to Al Mega.
Crusaders, Web Files.
Yes.
Web
Files. Your upcoming birthday, 4 hours away.
Oh man, happy birthday to you. Yeah, man, happy birthday, bro.
Word. All right, y'all.
Everybody, don't forget, go on YouTube to Sixth Element of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah. That's how I found
Sixth Element of Hip Hop on YouTube.
Fullblast also. Hit that thumbs up. Share that share button. Share the rebroadcast.
Word up.
You know what I mean? Just share it all. Listen to it in your car. Listen to it on the train.
And this will be rebroadcasted on YouTube as well tomorrow.
Yeah. Listen to it while you're cleaning your yard.
Yeah, this video will be on YouTube. It'll be on Fullblast Radio and Sixth Element of Hip Hop.
And Sixth Element of Hip Hop. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Salute.
All right.
Salute.
See y'all later.
All right, man.
Vigilante.
I appreciate everybody.
Definitely, man.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks, Vigilante. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.